Hey guys, Jay here from JAI SEO Tips YouTube channel, and today Amplitude just dropped their AI visibility checker, and so I thought let's just give it a go. Let's review it. Let's see how it works and the onboarding and everything. So I signed up for it because it's trending on Twitter. So I signed up for it, and I'll just give you an overview if it's worth it or not. So when you come to Amplitude's dashboard, you just have to access the AI visibility, you have to go to their marketing analytics, and over there you can see the AI visibility tab, and you have to click over there, and the onboarding begins. Like you have to add a brand. For example, I have to add HubSpot. I just write HubSpot, and you continue, and then it automatically detects the brand URL, the language and everything, as well as the initial topics. Mind you, these are not prompts, these are the topics. The prompts will be automatically generated after that, and you don't have any control over the prompts as far as I have checked. So it generates like this. You just create, and now it will create the brand as well as the project as well as the initial topics for you on your behalf. Okay, since I've already done it for Zoho, I'll just give you an overview of the same. So here on the overview tab, you can just see Zoho mentions. So how many times Zoho has been mentioned for its topics, and then the topics are bifurcated by the prompts, which are automatically added by Amplitude. So here there is Zoho mentions. There is Zoho average rank. What is the average rank of Zoho against its competitors for the topics that the users are prompting, and the citations. So the number of responses that are actually mentioning Zoho, that is, mind you, this is not percentage, this is like 100 citations has been cited and got by Amplitude's AI visibility. So here you can just see top topics by visibility. So there is like 48 mentions and 54 responses that Amplitude ran for Zoho, and the top cited sources as well. So you can see like Zapier was the top cited source, TechRadar is the next, and so on. So on the prompt section, you can just see that you can actually bifurcate from the competitors, as well as you can bifurcate from the models. They currently support 4 models, and you can also click on exclude Zoho, so it will exclude Zoho from all the prompts and the responses. Here the bifurcation is actually a little difficult to understand. From here, if you see topics, and then there is 27 prompts which is automatically added by them, and if you want to edit those prompts, you can just click on edit, and in the next run they will do the same. The same thing for other folders as well. So there are topics and then prompts based on those topics. So here we have 7 topics, and out of those 7 topics, 194 prompts are there, and then they have run this query and they've got 388 responses. So here on the sources tab, we can just go to all cited sources, and we can see how many times a domain was cited for all the keywords, all the topics that we have entered for Zoho. So here, let's say if we go to Zapier, so Zapier's this blog was actually found in 17 responses, and Zoho wasn't mentioned in any of those. And the same for all the other domains also, well, you can see. And after that, you can see YouTube was mentioned a lot of times, since YouTube doesn't provide URLs, so you can't actually see that and which brands were mentioned or not. Then there is TechRadar, so you can see which all competitors were mentioned, and if Zoho was mentioned or not. Okay, so like this URL was found in 9 responses, and out of which Zoho was found in one of those. But from like say this URL, I tested it in Sitely CRM, and it's one of the easiest I've ever used. For this one, 5 responses found this URL, but Zoho wasn't mentioned in any of those. So this is how their citation tab works, and you can also see my website pages. So you can see what all pages from Zoho are getting mentioned by the LLMs, like /CRM is being mentioned one time, and then if you go to the forms, this is form/Google Forms alternative is also getting mentioned. So you can just open the URL as well if you want to check. Okay, moving on. Next is their competitors tab, which mentions the comparisons. So out of all the prompts they have gathered and the information, they automatically take your competitors, and they divide into this beautiful graph showing that if it's Zoho versus Gusto, so how many times does Gusto show up in the LLMs, and how many times Zoho turns up. So here if you see, so for affordable HR management software, Gusto is leads because it shows up 53.3% of the times, and Zoho shows up only 47% of the times. Same with Bamboo HR, QuickBooks, and any other HR software. So you can just check your competitors and how many times are they being shown, and you are being shown. You can also edit the competitors. This is a good feature that I liked. You can if there is gusto is like there are 24 prompts in which gusto is being shown and the visibility is 9.8%. You can also delete the competitor if you don't want this competitor, and you can also add competitor. Let's say HubSpot, if you want to add it, you can just add HubSpot as a competitor. And then there is after this there is in the actions tab is where they give you the recommendations about what all changes you can make to make your page better and your website get mentioned. So here you can come on the recommendation tab. It is not showing yet for me as of now when I'm testing it. There's a page called analyze page. Yeah, so on this one you can just add a URL and it will give you suggestions based on your URL that what all changes that you should do to to optimize your page to show up more in the LLMs. So as of now I just entered this zoho.com homepage. So here it shows how much time it took to execute this response. Here there is a lot of changes that they have given as per their priority. For example, they have told to make the primary H1 keyword explicitly towards the topic that we want to rank for, and the priority is high, as well as there are different suggestions that whose priority is medium to low. So you can take this advice if you want to make changes. After this there is generate content, which is important, which is a feature that I liked. And from here you can just select the topic, whichever topic that you want to generate a content for, and select the content type if you want to add a create a blog or a FAQ or a landing page, and then reference URLs. Like if you have a brand voice, you have to add the content that you have, existing content that you have related to your content. I mean, let's say if I have to write a topic around affordable project management, if Zoho has a page around this topic, I'll just paste that topic so that it takes reference from that page and generates relevant content in that regard. So this is a beta feature, and so they don't suggest to use it for now. Overall the tool looks nice. From the prompts is where the data is found. So there is no mention that they are fetching this information directly by the LLMs or they are calling the APIs. So I'll compare one of the prompts which I added to RadarKit as well, and we'll see how the data matches. So for example, we'll take this prompt, affordable CRM for startups. Here we can see that they have given us the response, and we'll see that okay, this response has HubSpot, Zoho, Pipedrive, Fast Track, and on RadarKit as well I have added the same to compare with Amplitude. So here what we do is we give you bifurcation of each LLM model, like what response was given by Perplexity. It was given actually by a browser agent, not via API. And you can also see the response by ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, and AI mode. But here I don't see any changes. You can directly go here and do it. There's no Perplexity as of now, so we can just do it by GPT. So I'd select GPT, and this is the response by GPT. And if we go down, there is citations, and but here if you see, they mentioned that the relevancy was 100%, average rank is 2, citation is 2, which doesn't give you much data to analyze that your brand was actually found in the LLM or not. Whereas on RadarKit, if you go, the UI is very smooth. You can just learn that okay, what all responses was given by individual LLM models, for example Perplexity, ChatGPT, and then based on that you can also check your rankings, your competitors. And we have a separate tab for citation data. You can go to citation data and you can actually check the opportunities tab to see that what all websites were getting mentioned which are not competitors but are UGC blogs or forums which are being mentioned by the LLMs, and you can actually go on and get a link from there and get mentioned. So overall Amplitude is nice. I like the responses and everything, but there is no mention that they are actually prompting the LLMs to give you the data. So if you want to take actually actionable insights and if you want to do actionable changes on your website, I would suggest you should use RadarKit's LLM tracker to get more accurate data for the same. Thanks for watching.